Ralston on how to turn a crisis into a valuable lesson.
You already know my story. Even those of you who you might have seen 127 Hours, the film that was made from my experience. You certainly at this point know I'm the guy that cut his arm off. I think that translates in just about every language, doesn't it? Yeah. It's like but what you don't know is my perspective on what I went through, my experience those 11 years ago when I walked out of that canyon. I left something behind, but I didn't lose anything. The way I see this, I have gained from this experience. And yes, it was horrifying as you might sit there at your tables and you think about what it would feel like to cut your own arm. But it was the most beautiful experience of my life. And that's a shift in perspective, that shift that we're here talking about, that we've been listening to other people with leadership ideas that have done research about psychology, about writing books, interviewing people from all different kinds of entrepreneurial backgrounds. You take all of that together, all of this shift, and what I hope to contribute is the shift in perspective that whatever boulders come, mine was this big piece of sandstone that fell on my arm. Yours might look different. In your companies, you might be facing more globalized competition, a changing economic backdrop, still the aftermath of the recession, the increasing regulatory environments. You can go on and on. The increasing pace of change, the overwhelming volumes of data and information that's out there, let alone in your personal lives. Think about the boulders, maybe times in the last week that you might have felt trapped between a rock and a hard place. We all go through these experiences. We deal with death and loss, grief, depression, disease, injury and trauma, and yet, what are we going to make of it? I think we have a choice. When trauma comes, we choose if it's going to be a tragedy. We also can choose if it's going to become a triumph. I believe that our boulders give us gifts. And I'm going to take you through my experience, tell you my story, and I think that by the end of it, you will see not only what I have been given from this, but hopefully that you might also see that your boulders are also your blessings too.
We'll be right back with more conversation.